Hi, this is Dr. Proactive Randy Gilbert, producer of InsideSuccessRadio.com, and I invite you to take a moment and listen to this powerful interview segment so you can be more proactive and successful.
Let's return to the path to triumph with the Inside Success Show.
And welcome back to the Inside Success Show. This is Randy Gilbert, and we're back sharing Inside Success secrets, tips, and strategies with Dr. Richard DeCenzo, author of Beyond Medicine, Exploring a New Way of Thinking. And Dr. D, just before we even get into this, I just want to acknowledge that you really have put together just a completely proactive program. And that's why you're just absolutely the best person for this kind of show.
Thank you so much.
And share with us the title, Beyond Medicine. Why did you name the book that? Because, boy, that is such a keen name.
Yeah, because everything that I'm talking about is based on a fundamental understanding of the practice of medicine. But it's really all about practicing the understanding of medicine. And Beyond Medicine is meant to suggest that, look, I'm not coming from left field or right field here. I actually have the training, the background, the experience, and the expertise in all of these fields. And without an understanding and an integration and an application to the individual, they're impotent in and of themselves. And so Beyond Medicine is the construct beyond medicine that I've created and adapt to the individual healthcare concerns that come to me in the form of patients.
Very good. Yeah. And we were talking about the vicious cycle disorder in segment 1, and I know that's something that listeners are going, huh? Really? Tell me a little bit more. What is that, and how does it develop?
Absolutely. Now, and this is a great time to maybe give you some examples that everyone can relate to. Now, if you look at God forbid you watch too much television, Randy, but if perchance you have that opportunity, one of the things that you're going to see on a repeated basis are numerous commercials that are sponsored by certain companies that have a vested interest in selling you something for a symptom that you might be experiencing. And a lot of these symptoms are given names. For instance, irritable bowel syndrome, restless legs, insomnia, depression, acid reflux, and all of those names are in fact not diseases. All of those names are in fact names for groups of symptoms that large portions of the population have in common. So one of the ways that this emerges is you go to the doctor and you say, my elbow hurts, and they take x-rays and they run tests, and they can't find anything wrong, and so they give it a diagnosis because more than likely they're going to be accepting insurance reimbursement as part of the reimbursement for their services. In order to accept that, they have to name it in the form of a commonly accepted code, which is known as a diagnosis. So they call your joint pain arthritis, which means inflammation of the joint, which is just what you just told the doctor you're experiencing. Okay, so take any one of these common things, from fibromyalgia to elevated cholesterol to any of the common things that you would go to a doctor for. None of them are disease entities. None of them exist in and of themselves. They are the result of choices, behaviors, adapted belief systems that accrue over a period of time based on something called the law of accumulation. And what that means is you make choices on a day-to-day basis about what to eat, how much to exercise, how much water to drink, what supplements to take, what kind of diet you're going to pursue on a regular basis, how much sleep you're going to get, and how you're going to deal with stress. As these choices accumulate over a period of time, whether it's physical activity or whether it's a way of thinking, eventually they're going to result in an effect in the physical world. So if you work in a physical job for a living and you bend, lift, and twist every day over 20, 25, 30 years, muscle imbalances are going to develop that are going to result in joint aches and pains that are going to lead you to a doctor's office. and they're going to give you something for the end result of that activity, which is an anti-inflammatory or a muscle relaxer, without ever addressing the reason that it exists to begin with. So it's going to be given a name when in fact it isn't that name. What it really is the end result of a process based on a series of choices or habits that you've engaged in over a period of time, and that's a vicious cycle disorder.
And there's probably just a myriad of those kinds of things that might be happening to us or that we might allow.
Hi, this is Dr. Proactive, Randy Gilbert. Thank you for listening to InsideSuccessRadio.com. Now I want to invite you to listen to this entire interview for free. All you have to do to get VIP access is to type in the link as you see it below. In addition to this powerful interview, you'll be able to hear many other of your favorite celebrities such as Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, Robert Allen, Zig Ziglar, and dozens of others. Plus, there are thousands of dollars in valuable bonus gifts just waiting for you to redeem them.